Hello and welcome to the Dynamic CCTV Technical video. Today we're going to take a look at the DS-2DE3A400BW-DE. This is a wall mountable mini PTZ with an integrated wall bracket. The unit is a 4 megapixel PTZ with a fixed 4mm lens. It adopts Acusense technology, so it's got human and vehicle target classification for false alarm filtering, so you can use these in conjunction with the smart events for line crossing and intrusion detection. Obviously benefit from the false alarm filtering that brings. It's also what's classed as a live guard unit. It has built-in audio and also white light alarms which can be enabled as part of the event's linkage action, so they're kind of an early warning system. If an intruder is detected, then the audio and visual alarms will act as a deterrent and should cause would-be intruder to scarper fairly quickly. It's also a ColourVu camera, so it's got very good low light technology built into it. It adopts an f1.0 aperture lens. It has a minimum colour illumination level of 0.0005 lux. The white light can be used to aid the ColourVu image sensor in low light situations. Extremely dark or low light situations up to 30 meters can be achieved from that. It's also got face capture technology built into it, where it can capture up to 5 faces at the same time within the field of view of the image. 16 times digital zoom can be adopted into the actual image. Zoom in from your fixed field of view. And it's an IP66 enclosure, and it also has two-way audio, so you can obviously speak out to the area using the integrated speaker. And it also has a built-in microphone, so you can also hear and listen back. This particular flap houses an SD card, so you can also benefit from front-end edge recording as well from the actual unit. So this PTZ's got a lot going on, a lot going for it. It's very economically priced as well. We're going to install this particular unit now, take a look at the live guard technology in action and also some of the other settings in the actual web front end of this particular camera, which we'll do right now. Okay, I'm now at the web front end of my demonstration unit, and you can see today I'm using firmware 5.5.26. which is the latest at the time of making this video. Across the top under the system settings we do have a VCA resource option, which allows us to choose between smart event and face capture, so one or the other would be active at any one time, not both together. So I'm going to leave mine in smart event for today, just so we can demonstrate human detection triggering. Under maintenance, under system service, we can choose to enable or disable the smart supplemental white light just by putting a tick box there in the box, which I'm going to do right now. I've also got a video and audio setting. I'm sure you're all familiar with the video parameter settings, pretty much the same as seen on any front-end encoding device. The audio option there allows us to choose the microphone sensitivity and also the output volume of the onboard speaker, which is used for part of the linkage action, so we're going to demonstrate that today. So it's set at 75 at the moment. We'll knock that up a little bit to 85. The unit does actually have an audio output connection as part of the fly lead, so you could actually connect a bigger standalone speaker to these PTZ cameras if you wanted to get a lot more dB out of covering a larger area with your onboard messages or your two-way audio. Then you could do that from this unit as well. If we go down to event, we have obviously basic event and smart events. The basic events generally are, as you would expect, motion detection alarm inputs, but we do actually have the flashing alarm and audible alarm output settings here, which can be used as part of the linkage action of our basic and smart events. So the flashing alarm light output allows us to choose a duration in seconds, which we can set up to 300 but not beyond, so up to 300 seconds we can have the flashing light working for. We've got different frequency or permanently on settings, so I'm going to leave mine set to high frequency. There's a brightness setting, so I think we'll just whack that right up to 100. And there's also a separate schedule for the flashing light, so you can customize the schedule on the flashing light to be different to the main linkage action schedule, which is quite handy because you may not want the flashing light working daytime hours, but on a night when it becomes a more useful after action, then you can obviously set the schedule to turn that on. And the same goes for the audible alarm output as well. That also works off its own schedule. There's 3 different types of option there. Custom audio allows you to upload your own audio message, which is a WAV file up to 512 kilobytes, or there's embedded warning messages as well, which can be actual messages that are spoken by the actual unit and repeated X amount of times, so how many times you put in here. And there's also prompt as well, which is more of an alarm noise that the unit emits to alert any unwanted guests. So if we put it back on the warning, I'm just going to leave that on the restricted area message there for today's video. We'll save that. So under smart event, as I said earlier, this is an Acusense unit, so it does allow you to choose
human or vehicles as part of your detection target, reducing false alarms massively and obviously eliminating triggering from other unwanted movement in the image, such as animals or shadows and car headlights, etc. So we can choose human as being our chosen detection target. We've got the threshold and the sensitivity settings, which have always been there for intrusion detection. Threshold being the amount of time something or an object has to be inside the actual detection area before it triggers, and obviously sensitivity is how far that person has to walk into the detection area as well. So we'll leave that basically set to 3 seconds and a sensitivity of 50. I'm just going to enable my intrusion detection and draw a detection area, which I'll put down the side of the room, which makes it easy for me to walk in and demonstrate it in action. So something like that will suffice for today. And then we've got our linkage action, which is for all of the options here. If you turn something off in here or clear the schedule here, then that would turn all of your linkage action off. As I said earlier, you can customize the flashing alarm and the audible warning. So I've ticked both of them already for demonstration of the early warning system that this 𝐇𝐢𝐤𝐯 can emit in terms of an audible warning and a flashing alarm. Additional linkage and additional warnings to anybody who's intruding in the area, obviously alerting them through audio and visual means that they should be scarpering and obviously not allowed wherever they've found themselves. So the next thing that we need to do now is demonstrate this in action. So I'm just going to go back to my live screen. There we are. So I'm back on my live screen there, and you can see we've got the rules enabled on my particular camera, so we can see our detection area there. So I'm going to walk into the detection area and also trigger the intrusion at the same time, and obviously we see and hear the audio and the visual deterrents come into play. So there we are. I'm sure you, through the separate camera that you can see I've got set up on the right hand side, I'm sure you were able to see and hear the audible and visual light linkage action. Just an added extra as part of this particular all-in-one camera. Like I say, it benefits from the ColourVu technology, so extremely low light image sensor with supplement white light for very dark environments. It benefits from the Acusense technology, so human detection, vehicle detection for your target triggering and then associated linkage action, which includes the flashing light and also the audible warning messages as additional deterrents, all in one, built into this very economically priced and feature-packed little 𝐇𝐢𝐤𝐯 unit. So that's it for today's demonstration. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any further questions on the DS2DE3A400BW-DE, please get in touch with your account manager, where we'd be more than happy to assist you. Any further technical questions, please contact our technical support department, who are there waiting to take your call. Please keep an eye on our YouTube channel for more exciting product videos coming. Bye for now.